this is Shelly from Hodgepodge Hoosiers. I'm going to do a garden tour today. It's going to be my first one of the year. I think everything's in other than maybe some basil. So I'm going to turn you around and show you what I've got. Okay, this is that first bed of beans. Blue Lake was the variety. As you can see, they still sporadically came up. It was my first time, or second time this year planting them. And my husband bought these seed in bulk at a local hardware store last year. And this happened last year too. So I don't know if they got a hold of some bad seed or what. I'm just trying to use them up. And these are has been planted for 2.5 weeks. Now in the other bed, this has been planted the same amount of time. These are contenders. And I think every one came up on these. These are so good. We love these beans. They're so prolific. I'm really excited to get to canning beans this year. So I think when these do what they're going to do, I'll go ahead and get the beans off of them. But I'll put this one in contenders too, so we can get more beans for our second planting. Now right here is the 2 peppers. I think these are California Wonder bell peppers. They're not looking too good. We have had so much rain. I'm hoping they still snap out of it. I might have to go to the nursery and get a couple of more this year, this next week, if they don't snap out of it. We're supposed to have a couple of dry days coming up. We'll see. Onions are doing great. I'm really pleased with this bed, how it's doing. Now, this tomato bed over here, we put in a new variety called 42 Day. Well, they kept looking worse and worse, and I told Jeff that we was going to have to do something different, because actually this one is a 42 Day. We saved it. I'm going to pop them blooms off so it can concentrate on getting better. And I know this has got to come off yet. Ugh. But we're thinking about just going ahead and pulling that one. And then we went ahead and put Celebrities in. It's a determinate variety. But they already look a lot better than what that one did. But I have to have plenty of tomatoes this year to can, or I'll run short for eating in the winter. Now this is our one bed of squash, and I planted 3 seeds in that thing, and I shouldn't have. I should have put 1. So we're going to try and we got a couple of them tubs over there. I think we're going to go ahead and get them ready this weekend and get 2 of them plants out of there. And then we'll end up having 3 squash hills. This is yellow crookneck squash. Squash borers always get me every year, so I'm hoping we'll at least get a few squash for fresh eating. And then we like to batter them and then freeze them, and then they'll last all winter for eating fried squash. Now here is another bed of tomatoes. These are doing great. These are beefsteaks. Got a small one over there, but he's hanging in there. He's got good color. The rest of them look really good, especially considered all the rain we've got. Then here is our cucumbers. They're not enjoying all the wetness, but I'm hoping the wet season's about over. But they're doing really good. I need to thin them out. I also have 3 per hill. I'll do that this weekend when I can get in here and mess with it where it isn't so wet. Now this variety is Abe Lincoln's, I believe is what they was called. They're doing good. They're really getting some pretty green color to them. I did put straw in all of them now. I did that for 2 reasons. One is when we do get in the dry season, it's going to store moisture. going to keep weeds down. And we've got cats that decided they've liked our raised beds this year. So we're doing what we can to get them out of here. Now this one here is my paste tomatoes. I think they're San Marzano paste tomatoes. I was iffy on even planting them because they look so bad, but they're beautiful now. They have really took off. And then I've got one, this one's called a Bonnie Best. This is probably our best looking tomato. And if you can see, this is one of the beds where the cats was favoring. So we put this fence around there. I know it isn't permanent, but right now it's taking care of that plant. And this is Ralph. Got him for Mother's Day. He's watching over my garden. And then here's our strawberries. They're doing really good. Now you can see my husband's put a cattle panel over it, and we've got rebar sticking out of it. The cats was trying to get into this, so we're hoping. Plus they're not even our cats. They're pretty feral. Now over the winter we did feed them. We was feeling sorry for them, and now, you know, since they know we've got food here, which is down in our barn, it's not even up here, but they've decided they want to come up here now and scratch in our beds. And then here is our coral bell peppers. Now they look sad, really sad, and I'll probably end up having to replace them. Now in these two pepper beds that I have, I think I'm going to plant basil in the center of them, or on the outer edges. Let the basil grow with them because they're fine with that. And then we just got our slips last week in the mail from, I can't even think of the name of the place we got them from. But they're O. Henry variety. They're white sweet potatoes. It's a new variety. I wanted to try them. Next year I'd like to get the Okinawa purples, because we love sweet potatoes and we're open to trying new kinds. Now this one here is a Beauregard. I had an empty space, so I just went ahead and slipped one of them in there. So these was just planted, and they're actually looking pretty good considering they have had too much rain. And then here is the Beauregards, and they're hanging in there. Now these two beds here, we've got to get drip system in. We've got this new drip system in this year. We're so excited because we was going to get to try out watering at the roots, and it's been so rainy we haven't had a chance to fill the buckets and give it a try, but it's all gravity fed. All we'll do is, we've got a well coming off of this hill right up here there, and then we've got that rain barrel over there, and we've got a spigot hooked up to it, and all we got to do is fill the barrel. So we still have to fill these buckets, but we've already tried it out. It works great. Here's one we did a double bucket. We tried it out. It does great, but it's just a drip line, and we just drilled a hole in the bucket. We've got roofing screws down in there. We've got filters in the drip line, and we think it's really going to work great. I can't wait until we can try it out. And then I've got my flowers over here. I took my green stalk and just went and bought a bunch of annuals and put in there. Pollinators do like these. I mean, they don't like all varieties, but I know they don't like the begonias. But I've seen plenty of pollinators on some of these varieties that I get every year. So we just filled each pocket with flowers. And then these are Shasta daisies, and I know the pollinators like them. And then I had a couple of extra flowers I put in there. I'm not sure the name of this one. My church gave the mothers one year for Mother's Day, and I've had it for several years, and it is just beautiful. And actually, I got that for Mother's Day from our church too. So I want to get them out of these tubs. I'm going to buy them big half barrels, either later on this year or the beginning of next year, and we'll get them transplanted so they'll look better setting here. So yeah, that's the garden tour for this week. I'll try and do one again in a couple of weeks just to show you the progression of it. I'm really excited to start harvesting. It's been a long winter. I'm so glad planting season's here. I can't believe we've got it full. Like I said, I'll probably put some basil in the pepper beds, and I'm probably gonna have to change them peppers out. I think the other two will probably be okay, but I want to make my own paprika powder this year, so I've got to have the red bells. So I think that's about it, and that's going to do it for this video. I hope everyone has a wonderful day. If you like this kind of content, please like, comment, subscribe, and share, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye for now.